Water heater broke down last month. It was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You're listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
You know, one of the
conspiracy theories out there that was proven, well, it was proven false. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's not really a conspiracy theory, Rod. What are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about America not being able to drill its way out of dependence on oil from other countries. And we know that we were told that, it's not possible to do that. Well, I should say that that's a conspiracy theory that came to light. But it was a conspiracy to try, from the left and the environmentalist wacko group, to try to keep the American people dependent on foreign oil, because if you did that, then that means the price of oil would always be much higher than it needed to be. And gas would be, right now, with all that's going on in the Middle East and in Europe and China, gas would be around probably $5, $6, $7 a gallon. But because of the lack of pressure put on the supply from the Middle East and OPEC in general, because of the United States and Canada, and to a degree Mexico, being our own little oil cartel, we haven't needed to really go offshore to get. I don't think we actually import oil for our own needs anymore. We get it all here. So the conspiracy theory that the left and the environmental groups were conspiring to keep America from getting at its own natural resources, well, that was true. And we can see that right now. They're trying to implement that conspiracy again and try to double down on it when Obama's talking about, destroying coal, even clean coal. Now, I got to tell you, that strikes at the heart of middle America in eastern states like Pennsylvania and the Virginias. And I do believe to a certain extent, possibly Kentucky. We're talking in Ohio. We're talking coal reserves that are, beyond measure right now still. And these states and communities and towns in these places, especially in places like Pennsylvania, have been hit hard by this environmental wacko type of movement that is now sitting in the Oval Office. They have their leader sitting in the Oval Office, who is now doubling down, trying to use the EPA. Yes, the same EPA that's out west polluting rivers and blaming other people for it. So if you want to talk about conspiracy theories, why aren't we talking about conspiracy theories that are actually happening and that we can prove? And that would be those types of issues on the environmentalist wacko on the energy side. We don't, hey, the United States is now kind of sort of the Saudi Arabia of natural gas. We're exporting it. We also export coal. We export coal to Japan and China, by the way. I mean, for people who don't know that, we do. But the problem is that we can't, even though we have it, we could probably export more of it, since we can't seem to burn it here in this country. We could probably export more of it if it weren't, again, for the environmentalist wacko and EPA regulations that prevent us from actually getting it. Because they prevent us from getting it out of the ground, and then once we get it out of the ground, they prevent us from burning it and utilizing it. So they get the coal industry both ways, digging it up and utilizing it after they dig it up. So that's a shame. We're talking high-paying, solid middle-class jobs just disappearing because of some environmentalist wackos, and the chief wacko sitting in the Oval Office just decides that, hey, if you want to build a coal plant, well, you can, but going to bankrupt you. And that's the truth. That conspiracy theory is a conspiracy fact, if you want to go that direction. Here's another conspiracy theory. Well, it's not really a conspiracy. It's because it's actually happening. We can see it. We can prove it, unlike the chemtrail stuff. But evidently, the TSA is our TSA, the American TSA, is exporting their way of protecting the flying public in foreign airports. Here's something that came out of entertainment.ie, which is out of Ireland, folks. Ireland. A Dublin airport seized a Minion toy fart gun from a toddler, calling it a security risk. I kid you not. Sure, it might be a pain to separate liquids into a bag and having to go through scanners and so forth, but it's all to put your mind at ease. Your mind, not that you're actually safer by doing all this, but it's just to put your mind. It makes you feel better. However, Dublin airport security might have taken it just one step too far. When passing through security at the airport, a Minion toy fart gun was seized from a young toddler and taken away. The security officers claimed it was a threat and took the toy gun away from the child. And if you haven't seen the Minion fart gun, then you should probably go to my website, rodeccles.net, after the show. We'll post it up there. But there's no way, no possible. And even if we were in the Star Trek age, this thing looks like a toy. It is a toy. There's nothing. It probably weighs nothing because it's all plastic. It's just they took the kid's toy fart gun away. I guess because if you have a fart gun in an airplane, people and you shoot it, people might think that somebody's actually farting, and there might be a panic on board or so. Well, whatever. Yes, the world is going a little bit nuts, folks. This is from hotair.com. Remember, folks, when we were told that, well, one, Hillary would tell us that there's no other emails out there and nobody else has emails. Well, in the words of George Takei, oh my, the State Department suddenly finds thousands of emails from a Hillary aide that they first denied existed back in 2013. Oh, yeah, these don't exist. Oh, my. They do exist. And these were on official State Department systems as well. Now, Gawker has fought to gain access to longtime Hillary Clinton aide Philip Raines, or is it Felipe? Philip? Do you pronounce? He's got an extra P and an E in the end. Is that Felipe? Raines' emails for 2 years in order to see communications between the Deputy Assistant Secretary of State and the news media. Back in 2013, the State Department told a court that it could find no records responsive to the Freedom of Information Act demand. Last week, they suddenly discovered over 17,000 emails that are potentially responsive. So all of a sudden, the State Department finds 17,000 emails. You know what? Our government, people in our, Hillary is supposedly on her email, was 100,000 emails, and she gave up 30,000 or some ridiculous number. These people are prolific. Does anybody actually talk to each other anymore? I mean, these people are prolific emailers. I mean, I use email generally speaking because, people that I correspond with aren't close to me. And if, yeah, we could pick up the phone, but, phone conversations all the time can be interruptive of people's daily activities of things that they need to get done. So it'd be like writing a letter. But the difference is writing a letter, snail mail takes much longer to communicate that way. So use email. But what I always, when I worked in corporate America, I always found it, especially when I worked for a company called PC Connection, I was amazed at how many times that my supervisor would send me now my supervisor sat, it was, QB fields, corporate America, they have QBs all over the place, cubicles.